anwumre Diedimu akotimpi enese mampani John Dramani Mahama de atoja ya wo kire se abibrem ha se wo wo man a wo betimi ayeso adwuma pa wo man Ghana eyo man a edi kan pa yebewura mu ewo ensem foforo ensoso emu na Ghana gas peni a woda no de ato so afo ya wo hwe wo man nyamhoden ensem so ese enafo adu ya ye de amom se omfanye nsisi no obe ne pepepe ya ebi emro so yekọ ensem foforo mu so a IGP abo omanfo nyina anohoba se nyame yadom a September 2nd abato ye kwakoto ewo akwatia no enya ade abasabasa bia ebetumi atweneti sansa posifo wo mu ayekrado pa ensem bi eka we hu anegide ensem wo mu afia ma hodo so ensem bi ewo mu na yabona to be som ya to din se Paramount News edimo seda ya de ma go sem travel and tour be bo pa mu akwantusem atimi agina brane edi ama afi Eden Hills Residential Services ka ho bi ya wo mu eboa enagad eya post ne nwere ma sanka bi na emwa wo ya Yam Media and Professional Institute omi na ka ho bi na wo mo bo nwere ya eden semi ebe som wo me a wo hwe me nwere ya me den semi ebe wo hwe mo mahene Kofi Asempa mo na ye ho na fi nsem nkyeremu nyina yemfa emam. Yansa ensamna se na yenkoyanim mampani John Dramani Mahama nanu kwasida na wutia na chidi na nichemu ewo Japan ma no emu ya wo konsahwe na wakodidi nkoma aboasa de be ya wo man Ghana yendwadie ebetumi akona nemu ye papa na wura mu ewo Japan ne wakasa ewo Japan ene amahodo so mpedefo edidi nkomo no a na ne nkomodie mu ya wodidi na Ghana Presidential Investment Forum ya na working kanye ene 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development ye koso ewo Japan eno dwumadi na se na mampani ekasa na ne nkasa yem ene wode to so a wo kire se obepepa esenka omabia ebeye adwuma ama adwuma tumpon a enka Ghana ene sese wode na ni kire esanse dwumadi a yedie ewo Ghana ha no eyade a ese fatapa Ghana nso eye biaye a se wudu ani kire mu se ubedi dwuma ekọ from pa etima wo sanse ha no yete asomdwi mu ha no yete asase a eye from obibia adwuma wo beye ni nyina ekoyie etima wo enuti so bia pese wonye adwuma won fara ni kirem ewo Ghana sanse betimi aboa pa ama onyako so beye adwuma na sika sem atimi agina brane pa.
And I wonder whether after someone is necessary for me to even speak. We marketed our country, quite efficiently than anybody can be able to do. But let me just say, the question is, why would you want to invest in a country like Ghana? And not only to do with the economic opportunities, but that Ghana is a stable, democratic, business-friendly gateway to West Africa and the continent. And like you said, we have a growing consumer market with improving macroeconomic fundamentals, clear reforms to lower the cost of doing business, and abundant opportunities for technology transfer. And the thing is, what does Ghana have to offer? Strategic geographical location. Ghana is a country through which the meridian and the equator intersect. The two intersect in Ghana's territory, just a few kilometers off our shore. And it's also the host country for the African Continental Free Trade Area. You all have heard the landmark protocol that was signed by African countries. So far, almost 50 African countries have signed that allow us to export duty-free, tariff-free into each other's markets. Increasing numbers of products are being registered And once you register your product and it meets all the standards, you can export duty-free and tariff-free into each other's markets. And as you were told, the sub-regional market, which is West Africa, is 400 million people. Ghana is 33 million people. And the continental market is 1.4 billion people. And so with the vehicle of the African Continental Free Trade Area, you potentially can export into 1.4 billion market. Simon said it, we are re-establishing macro stability and growth momentum of the economy. Inflation rose to a high of almost 23% in 2024 and is currently down to 13.7%. And we expect that by the end of the year to hit single digit. And it's also, our cedi has stabilized. For those of you who know the history of the Ghanaian cedi, it's been one of the most volatile currencies in Africa. And I wonder whether after Simon is necessary for me to even speak. We marketed our country, quite efficiently than anybody can be able to do. But let me just say, the question is, why would you want to invest in a country like Ghana? And not only to do with the economic opportunities, but that Ghana is a stable, democratic, business-friendly gateway to West Africa and the continent. And like you said, we have a growing consumer market.
One more 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development. I see no na so for amanone ensem so onyamfo okujato ablakwa na wono so ewodwumadi no asibi na ne nkasa yemu na wode tudwaye a wo kire se nyame ya adom a ebobosum ye besi mu de dikan pepepe no mampani John Dramani Mahama obelanche dwumadi bi ewo mayimu a dwumadi no eye key performance indicators sa dwumadi no ebehwe se empenifo ahodo a esi omai Ghana anamu ewo amanhodo so de ka ne say diplomat ahodo no ene ambassadors wo nyina ye de dwumadi bi ebehye wo nsa se wo mkọ wo man ko a wo mkọ akosi Ghana anamu ewo so no a wo mpre se wo mbepem puntudwuma ede aba wo man we mu eno ya de ebeboa pa ama man Ghana mpuntudwuma ahodo ewo ye man mu mfiridwuma ahodo ne nyina ebetimi akonanim pa wo sei saa de yi ayade bi nsi Ghana hada wei ene de edikan akora mampani John Dramani Mahama ede eba wo man mu enu nti se ya ebetimi aboa pa ama man se de dane da nyina ye bodawuro se ye pemfiridwuma ye pemputudwuma ewo ye man mu no ebetimi akonanim ama aboa se de be yo man Ghana so isikasem ebetimi jaba
stated firmly that Ghana is open for business once again. President Mahama's distinguished presence at today's Presidential Investment Forum is an affirmation of that pledge he made when he was inaugurated as the 14th President of the Republic of Ghana. President Mahama, since coming into office, has ushered in a new dawn of commitment, macroeconomic stability, and respect for investors. You would have observed that the economic situation has greatly improved. Our currency is now regarded as one of the best performing currencies in the world. Macroeconomic stability has been restored, and the sovereign rating agencies have all begun to upgrade Ghana. We are no longer in the junk status, and we are no longer a bankrupt country, thanks to the visionary leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I can also confirm this morning that when President Mahama appointed me, the charge he gave me, his marching orders, was that we should prioritize economic diplomacy. And so you will have observed that in all we have been doing at the Foreign Ministry, we have put the economic fortunes of our country at the forefront, because that is the mandate the president has given us. On the 1st of September, the president will be launching the first of its kind, a novel KPI, key performance indicators, for all ambassadors and diplomats from the Republic of Ghana. This has never happened in our history. And when you peruse that document, you will see that economic diplomacy is at the heart of it. The president wants our diplomacy to make an impact. Our diplomacy must lead to the improvement in the lives of the people. Diplomacy must promote investment, and diplomacy must create a safe haven for all of those who invest in our country. And that is what the Foreign Ministry has been charged to do. Stated firmly that Ghana is open for business once again. President Mohammed's distinguished presence at today's Presidential Investment Forum is an affirmation.
Video na enama bonten ya na manfo dodo na ekasa wo ho eye de ekoso ewo ya ye kan say Rich Hospital no na the video no esi eba bonten manfo dodo na e na akasa e de afa ho bi kire se antwa yi kura se ubegura mu ewa ya sabia na wakotwa nipa egu ho no ma ya afo egu ho abegu abonten sa no ensem fata kura na enam so ama communication team member for Hamza Suhini wakasa de afa ho na wo kire se sa adwadi ye course yi ubia e ka the people esekire e ka se enye antwa yi na mum wono so de association ani mu se wo ma do ho wo mo eyi adwuma no wo mo mu se sa de wo ti adwuma doctor fo no ho no eya wo ma doctor fo no so enwe nipa egu ayara sabia ho no mabusuafo ho bi san se really ya for about ya sabia ya doctor nimpo ebe twa de wo ye so no aba hero no wo betwetwe ne nurse saa we ya se na fe ya de nimpo emu ayeden wo se saa de ekoso ya sabia hodo no e ha dwene pa san se aboa no obeka committee na se mo esitie e wo ayara sabia hodo ya na ya reho enso doctor ni emfi no na hospital no eno bi tuta na mo a ehunu bi ewo media no so no ensemfa eno ti they are said there to Ghana Medical Association ni mu say de tie bia no omo na doctor fo nkasa na se wo mo doctor fo no omo e pa resapia ho so ehun bi
to the functions of state institutions or those that are mandated under our laws to carry out certain duties on behalf of the state. Clearly unacceptable and therefore condemnable. And I support the directive of the minister that indeed the fact that he has proceeded to set up an investigation committee to find out what actually transpired does not preclude the Ghana Police Service from going ahead with its own investigations, especially when it comes to the criminal investigations as far as this matter, or possible criminal investigations as far as this matter is concerned. The minister is not a state prosecutor. The minister is not clothed with the powers of the Ghana Police Service. The minister is mandated under our laws to carry out a certain responsibility and be seen to be objective, especially when it comes to dealing with citizens of the Republic of Ghana. It is not within the purview of the minister to determine that the gentleman in question has committed a crime or otherwise. That is the responsibility of another state institution. And so as a person who is occupying a political office with detailed responsibilities as a minister, his duty is how to broker peace between the said gentleman and the hospital authorities. It does not mean that the minister is taking sides. Would we have preferred a situation where the minister is seen on live TV rebuking the gentleman, attacking the gentleman publicly, to be accused of more or less taking a decision already, especially when it comes to the investigations of the Ghana Police Service? The gentleman, irrespective of how strongly we feel about his conduct, like I have indicated, condemnable. but he's a citizen of the Republic of Ghana and must be taken through those processes. And he's a user of a public institution. Let's get that straight. He is not under the purview of the minister. Hospital administrators fall directly under the administrative responsibilities of the minister.
Right.
So he can invoke sanctions, especially when it comes to certain conduct that he considers inappropriate. That fact straight. You see, I have enormous respect for health practitioners in this country, and I believe strongly that many of us around this table do.
Yeah.
And for me, that is why I find that act unacceptable. Clearly unacceptable. And I feel that the police should not deal with this issue as something that is, and maybe a day or two or after a week they sweep it under the carpet. No. Because we must use it as an opportunity to signal to many of our compatriots out there that when it comes to our medical fraternity, we'll do everything within our power to ensure that our hospitals are safe zones, not just for the practitioners, but even for users of these hospitals. Because what the gentleman was engaged in clearly, no matter the justifications he is likely to proffer, clearly could have also posed a serious threat to other users of the rich hospital facility.
Yeah.
And so that is why I feel strongly about it. And I'm convinced that the police should not treat it with kid gloves. But having said that, Nana, this country, we must also stop addressing effects of bad choices or bad decisions. In all honesty, it does not mean that the GMA or health practitioners are without blame. They have their shortfalls.
Yeah.
And I have argued that, especially as a leader, the time has come, especially the Ghana Medical Association, for them to be responsive not to the functions of state institutions or those that are mandated under.
Na ene so afọ ya wo hwe o man nyina den nsem so ewura mu ho e konsra hwe ko di ewo wonmo na abra wo ko ye no na chief executive officer ya woda Ghana National Gas Company ano Judith Ajoba Blay woni semtrofo e bo nkomo na wo bo nkomo e de actually minister na se ne bo se fwa edu ya ye de ma wo se wo mo anye sa nsisi no wo se bo se wo medi so pepepepepe wo ma ebi amuno so kra esan se dwumade ye ya wo mo edi no e kwa no wa no pa na wo she minister bo se wo be ma dwumade ye ya wo mu di no abanu mfumu pa be no surprise papa san se ahwe ye na fuadu no kure nu e no afre na ka che ne se wo ma wie dwumade ye ya wo mu edi wo no san se de mo nyina ekoyi pa e de e mo na dwumade ye titire pa so wo mu no wo matimi aye wie de aka ene se wo mbe so ho a etianche bia wo mo de dwumade ye di wo ho ni nyina e be kona wie se na woni
pivotal point when it comes to delivery of gas, both for the power sector, for industrial use, and also even LPG for local consumption. And so our vision is to ensure that we have a second gas processing plant. We've been working around that as a government and in collaboration with Ghana Gas. With your experience, there's no way we can do this without you. And so I foresee that ultimately we have to be working on this together. What the minister does is to drive things, to get things done. When I took over office, it was very tough. In fact, if you look at the records from Gridco, for the whole of 2024, every month there was load shedding. Every month. This is a verifiable record. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. Particularly in December, the deficit had widened to about 700 megawatts. And then in January, I was appointed as minister. So it was very, very tough. And we had promised the people that we'll fix it. So naturally and expectedly, I came under a lot of pressure a lot of fire. But with your support and under the leadership of your chief executive, deputies, and all of you, we've been able to stabilize the power sector for several months now, and you can check from the records. We haven't even shared load for a single day, not even one day.
Honorable, today we'll take you around to see what is going on. Some of the works we are doing are first-time maintenance work. So whilst we have scheduled maintenance, and while sometimes the schedules are annual or maybe 5 years, some of the major works we are doing for this shutdown are works that we have never done. So, for instance, a 10-year work, so the heat medium, we've not opened it. So major works are ongoing. So we're really glad that you are here to witness that. And we've also targeted that we will deliver the plan back on to you within a certain period. You've given us a period of 10 days. We are working assiduously on that, and we will not say anything. We want to be very conservative, but we will surprise you. We just may surprise you and call you even before the 10th day to tell you that the plan is back on.
Nyame ya domo a ebobo some de toso mienu na wo man electoral commission ayidi asi wo se akwatia akonwa a etoye no yenkonkoto eso aba na edane e beba so san and IGP and ewo akwatia ya wo ma osi pempemu asidu na kasa hono mu a wakɔhwɛ ne mrantie